see if that works. I've got no idea if it will though, so. New year, new stream. Was that? Is that going to work? I have no idea. I will, I'm going to go, I got to tootle over to my YouTube, because apparently we're dual streaming. That's the plan at least today. Let me change the face to the face though. It should be here. Hello there. Happy. This light's a bit bright, isn't it? Happy New Year, happy 2025 and all that kind of jazz. We are in beginning of January. What a surprise that is. It is January of 2025, so that does make it a new year. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and all that jazz. I did have a good, it was an interesting Christmas. House is not finished yet. So I've had a bit of, so it was very minimal Christmas in sort of that regard. But I did go pop over to see my youngest brother and his family, which was very nice. And then came back home and woke up with the plague. Not the big plague from a few years ago, but some variety of plague. I'm still slightly sniffly, so I do apologize. That's all there is to it, really. So now let me... Got the goals up there. These are kind of Twitch-orientated goals mostly. At least the subscriber one there, and the bits one at least. That's a donation goal. That is for the new computer situation, streaming PC situation. I believe one can still donate via YouTube as well, so that should be active for both. That's all I've got to say on that front. Also, where are we? This thing here. Those images are going to be... That's basically we're gifting a bust of that, so just the upper, like from the stomach upwards. I don't entirely know if the cloak comes with it. I do need to double check. In fact, I will be printing it out, so I'll be able to actually show it off rather than just relying on the pictures, the 3D renders, etc. But that's all there is really to that one. And I'm just trying to, before we get into the painting part, I'm just really wanting to see if I can get into my stream, such as it is, my YouTube stream, and see if anything is... How do I view... Oh, view your channel. There we go. Mute that tab. Does it say we're live? It does say we're live. That's majestic. I can't believe it. Now, this is a completely test stream for the dual streaming side of things. I've got no idea about the quality that we're going to end up with on YouTube. Obviously, because we're hankered, we're sort of drastically cut short here on Twitch with the bit rate that we can put out. So there we go. But we do appear to be live, but I do need to sort of set up like nonsense. Oh, something just happened. Dropped frames. Dropped the internet. Well, that would be because we have electricians in the house, and this is why I wasn't particularly keen on streaming. Reno! Hello, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Happy New Year, all that kind of jazz. I hope you had a good one. Yes, I will indeed be here, hopefully. Assuming the electricians, they are doing work. So I am slightly concerned about this. There's a bar on... No, it seems to be we're okay. It seems to be we're okay. There's just a very worrying sort of like, you know, you get a signal bar on your phone, for example. But there's a similar one on OBS. back. Whew. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, this is a dual stream to YouTube. I've got no idea how this is going to work out. It could be a complete and utter disaster. But the electricians have been in the house, and it's been a slightly frustrating day. They've been hunting down why some lights don't go off. They've wired everything in there, and all that kind of stuff. But for some reason, some lights are now going on when they shouldn't, or vice versa. And as a result, they've had to turn the power off a few times. I thought they were done with that for today. I was mistaken. Every time they turn the power off, the power to the modem, the router, goes off, and we lose this. But hello there. So I do apologize. It is, as I was saying, it is a bit of a test stream. Happy New Year to you, Gabba. I hope you had a good Christmas. I don't know why. I know that's doing a message for YouTube and Twitch. Look at me figuring stuff out. This is very strange. Anyway, so we are painting today. Oh, we do have... Oh, I forgot I had chat up there. Like I said, this is a complete bit of a disaster. We will figure things out eventually, but it's not going to be today. We'll figure out some things. We have got some painting to do. These pesky things I would like to get completely off the table. Ideally, ASAP. I just want to get them painted. And then, ideally, I mean, if I could sell them, that would be magnificent. But basically, off the table, out of this room, would be a majestic thing. So that's what we're going to get ready. We're going to start painting kind of now, I guess. Look at the disparity of light between here and this table. I'm just rather nervous about... I suppose that might work. Alrighty. We'll see what happens. Problem is, it's a very bright light. Obviously we got the 3 goals below. And we need to... In fact, I'm just going to get rid of hide you. Okay, so I think last time we were streaming, painting these particular rascals, we were working on the bones and stuff. I think we had... I think we had put in some sort of... I don't know if it was sepia or... it probably wasn't sepia. We put on some kind of wash, and we were starting on painting up the ivory bits and pieces. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, by the way, talking about blood and guts, I have painted my World Eater. Jeff, the God of Biscuits, right here. Oh, slightly out of focus. I got to remember. Cheers, Gabba. So, ooh. I mean, I could spend more time on him, I suppose, but frankly, I just wanted to move on to the next project, which is going to be a light vehicle for the World Eaters. We got some blood splatter on his forearm and his sort of chain around his wrists. There's a variety of blood on him. We used Flesh Terrors Red and Cygor Brown, I think, at roughly about 3-to-1 ratio, and it did give us this very nice dark brownish red as a sort of base tone before we splattered the blood on. I used blood for the blood gods, and then I used this weird stuff, Dirty Down Gore. This is a very weird one. So it does give like stringy effects. It's sort of... I have not used the... I've not tinted. I've not put red dye ink into Yoo-Hoo before to do the sort of stringy blood effects. This does it for... Excuse me. This does it for you, kind of, but it is very weird to use. You got to sort of dip something in and then quickly drag it around to get like stringy bits, but it goes stringy really quickly. I suspect maybe starting with a larger smearing device might help. But it goes kind of stringy, kind of, and turns into basically plastic really bloody quickly. So be quick. What's up, Stabby? How's it going? Happy New Year to you. But I'm happy with this guy. I know I could spend more time on him, but you know, I'm a happy chappy. So this will get moved off the desk to join the other lads in the light thing, waiting for me to take a picture of them, along with everything else, which I'm just really dragging my heels on that. So we will get to it one day. I hope sooner rather than later. That's the main thing. Obviously, there is a lack of music today, and I do apologize. Because I'm dual streaming to YouTube, I need to figure out how to basically not have the music streaming. I know there's a way of doing it. I just got to remember how to do it. And I can't remember off the top of my head. I know there's like a stream track thing option in OBS, but I've never actually used it before, so I do apologize. We will figure it out hopefully for tomorrow's stream, because I just don't want basically naughty music going to YouTube where I can get copyright strikes and all that kind of jazz. So that is why we've got no music. You just have to literally just listen to my voice and the occasional cough and splutter as the plague does its thing. Anyway, so we got this. I think we're doing Zandri Dusty Shabty Bone and then Screaming Dubry Firkins, Screaming Skull. I think that's the general plan for today. So yeah, and then these guys are still not finished. It's been very tedious, I don't mind saying, and I can't wait to get finished with them. I'm not going to use that brush. We will use a size, not a size 3. Let's go with that saucy rascal. If I can find it. Where did it go? What did you all do for New Year's? Did you do anything? I know we missed that. I was fully planning on doing a stream, and then the plague got me. Alrighty, so let's start slapping some paint around. I think, like for example, we're going to start with just the Zandri Dust, for example, on this bloke. I think this is the one I've not bothered painting. I got to get the right one. Yeah, he's actually got some. He's actually got some torso flesh. So I think we're just going to start slapping some paint on and just. Oh, we got some paint here. Maybe this is the paint from before. It's been so cold here that this wet palette is just still persevering. Somehow. Do 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 do. Also, don't forget to use your channel points. I did gift the 5 subs as promised. But it is a new month. It is a new chance to hit the goal. Hit the new goal at least. I think... I'm not entirely sure what I set it at. We have missed a few days of stream, so due to plague... But I suspect we can still do it. Itchy nose. Sort of keep an eye on this, on the frame rate. Slightly concerned about. I'm pretty sure it was just the electricians doing electrician stuff. However, yeah, if we can figure out the music situation for tomorrow, that would be great. Spent most of today, though, going through Chitubox and Lychee, scene files, etc. And where did that little hair go? Did I get it? I think I might have. Right, okay. So, on to the next bit. Ba-da-ba-bum. That's an X-bird right there. So I think we are supposed to be live on YouTube as well. With a weird title, though. A title from ages ago. And I thought I'd managed to... well, I evidently didn't. But I thought I had managed to go in and change that. But it says go live, but I already am live. I know, there I am. Here's my face. I can go and change the title there. That'll be nice. No, it does seem to be looking like it should do. Yeah. Except the thumbnail is not great. And I wonder if I can just... I don't want to change it while I'm live. We will see what happens. Anyone can send messages, live reactions. Don't need to do slow mode. That's absolutely fine. Actually, we can just leave that like it is. So we are, as I said, we are going to be testing out a new bot, streamer bot. That is the plan. Currently get to see chat via that, which is very nice. That's the event feed, which in fact I should probably shove somewhere as well. Just in case, because I'd forgotten about that. I think that seems to be just Twitch events. Let me see. I'm going to probably pop those out there. Just so I can have that. Oh, hello. Just so I can have that there as well. And I can get the global events and the sort of Twitch-specific ones. Lovely jubbly. Thank you very much, by the way, for using your channel points. As I said, it is a bit of a slow one today. The music situation is not great. I do know that, but we will figure it out, hopefully. Now, onwards and upwards. Let's continue working on painting this rascal. So I can't remember. I think like all their leather work appears to be brown. Which is not really ideal. Because with all the bone work and stuff, it's a bit, which is also sort of various shades of brown and cream, etc. It's kind of a bit meh. His face. Okie dokie. On we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, I need to organise this. This is. Oh, I've got a dreadnought in pieces over there, which I need to build. Some point this week, maybe I might do a little video on Wednesday for that to go up on the YouTube channel. I've got a lot of footage that I need to edit into YouTube videos as well. and all that kind of stuff. Stuff which I've not painted here on Twitch or indeed YouTube yet, so hopefully something happens there. Been unable, when I've been ill, it's unfortunate because everything was late. I was unable to look at the computer. It was giving me massive headaches just looking at the screen. So I got no editing done. Couldn't paint. I was basically bedridden. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to scratch some colours into here. So, White Wolf, how you doing today? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Happy Monday? Yeah, I'm going with a Monday. It's a bit quiet. We've literally got no music today or anything like that. It's because I'm dual streaming to YouTube as well, and I've never done that before, and I don't want to get bonked by the copyright. I'm called the copyright lads, and so that's why there's no music. I've got to figure out a way of. I know there's a way of doing it, but I've never done it on OBS before, so want to basically chop out all outgoing audio. You're not so bad. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Monday is correct. Hell yes. You don't do music when you stream? I do. Just because I like to listen to music when I stream. When I paint, and as a result, I make everyone else listen to it as well. And I'm struggling a bit with the lack of audio in the background. I don't normally sit in a quiet room chatting to myself. I'm finding it a bit weird. So hopefully I'll be able to find some sort of something or other, and we can, everyone can be a winner. But yeah, I am dual streaming this to Twitch. YouTube as well, not just Twitch, which I've also never done before. I've been wanting to do it for ages, really, but I never got around to it before. And like back when I was able to, like people were only just. In fact, I don't think back at the old house, I don't think Twitch had sort of legalized it, as it were. I don't think it was sort of easy to do across the board, and I think back then you had to basically not be an affiliate or something like that if you wanted to do it. So, and then I was obviously not able to stream when they did make it live. So that's what's going on. Pop an earbud in. This is the problem. I can't find the earbuds. That is one of the problems. And I don't actually. I'm going to tell you something else for free. I don't know if that earbud thing works with this computer. Like, I think it's a Bluetooth thingamajiggles. I don't know. I rarely use them. Anyway, it's something I've got to fix. Dual screens scare me. Well, they don't. The problem was, right? So I don't leave the VOD up of this stream here on Twitch because I don't really see a purpose to it. It can't be monetized. Like, I don't get any sort of. I don't know if adverts run off them. So if they are run on them, then I certainly don't get any of the money for that. So I've never really bothered. There was a period of time when I did bother with the VOD, but I thought, you know what? Stream it to YouTube, then at least the live stream is up. Hello, YouTube. All the time, and that is monetized. So if people were to hypothetically want to waste, invest 4 hours or whatever it is of their time with a watching a YouTube video, then that's a way to do it. And also it is monetized as well. So I'm giving it a go. And I'm hoping it's going to be okay. It's a bit of a test. It's a bit of a test today. And I do apologize. I still have a slight sniffle. It's driving me around the bend a little bit. So let's jump to the next color, maybe? I'm not sure what this next color is. Might be the right color. This is this palette's got some old random colors mixed in there. So let's actually paint on camera as well. That's going to be the main goal for this year, painting on camera. Makes sense. I only started streaming in August, so I'm fresh blood. Been painting less than 2 years, so pretty much I'm an amateur. Hey, listen. That's the good stuff, that is. That's the good stuff. People, you know, people do like to follow along. They do like to see progress with their painting and with people's painting and things like that. I mean, I'm a complete disaster with some of this stuff. I look at some people's paint jobs and go, you know what, one day I'm going to actually attempt to paint good. I'm going to attempt to end up with a miniature like yours, and I never do. I never do. We've just finished this, lads. I don't normally do blood effects, but it's World Eaters, and I thought, right, well, if you're going to get over this aversion to blood effects, then World Eaters probably might be the ones for it. So I'm very happy with him though, but he's not sort of all, I don't know. There are many ways. I get very frustrated because there are so many different ways of painting, and I'd like to try many of them, but I also want to do many armies, and I don't want to jump between multiple styles within an army. I like to lock the look in and then paint the army like that. That's the idea in my brain, at least. No, that's no OSL there. This is no, this is blood. We got blood effects there. That there is fluorescent paint. I could have done OSL. I'm not massively keen on it, really. Like I've got issues. All right, I've got issues. I'm not massively keen on OSL and light effects and all that, you know, like stuff like that. Which is also why I'm not massively keen on blood effects and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm quite happy with rust effects and stuff like that. So it's very conflicted in my brain. Half of it I like. The other half I was like, no, absolutely not. We can be friends. You don't like OSL? Hell yes. Out of interest, though, what don't you like about OSL? For me, I think it looks good on. I'm gonna say competition pieces or whatever like that. A singular miniature within a particular scene. But for a tabletop miniature, it doesn't really appeal to me. I like the rust and stuff like that because that's a bit more kind of static. I like the weathering. The blood effects, you know, I've never been massively fond of them, so I've not really done a huge amount. But it has given me an excuse to try this new goopy stuff, so it's interesting. Weathering and gore you like. Well, everyone likes different stuff. I mean, I need to blow my nose in a minute. I do apologize. Rust is realism, yeah. Same with like I think this. I don't hate non-metallic metal. I do try it every so often. For example, right here, I attempted it, and I know it's trash, but whatever. So every so often, I will try non-metallic metal. But this is a sort of similar thing with the OSL. I think probably it's good for a static miniature, where like certainly within a scene when you've got specific light angles and stuff like that you want to emulate or whatnot. But I think personally for me it doesn't really work for I can't wrangle my brain around it for tabletop miniatures. Keep trying me, not massive fan. I mean I'm gonna have to blow my nose. I can feel something. It's very irritating. Like every so often I will try it because I do want to get good at it, and you've got to put the time in to make these things look good, to practice it. Otherwise, picking up a miniature every 3 months and having a go is not really great. I really just need to sink a bunch of hours in over 6 months or whatever and just improve on it. But even like when I get to a point where I'm not where I'm happy with it, I don't think I'll be painting armies like that. I'll just, that for me at least. So that is that. Where is he? We are painting this guy at the speed of a startled slug. I think we're using a Shabty Bone at the moment. I'm not entirely sure, truth be told. It's this random paint color, which appears to be of the bony variety, but it could potentially be Morghast bone. I don't know. I do really like this one. I'm getting very irritated with the warband in general, because I've got 2 of each of these guys to paint. I've got another one right here, which is I'm going to have to start from scratch on this guy, because I was originally, I think, planning on doing like a little YouTube video, but I got sidetracked and started slapping paint on. So I'm going to have to go back to square one on him. I really just want to get these ones off the table, because I don't really have much. I don't really have anything apart from my time invested into Warcry, which is what these minis are from. Well, I suppose time and money. I do have. I did buy them, so I do have something invested in them. I'm just not keen on Warcry. Doesn't really do much for me. And as you say, it is a good pose, though. So that's really why I also want to paint them, just because a couple of minis are particularly jazzy. Right. Okay, that is. I'm gonna have to go and blow my nose. I do apologise. I've got an amazing bird page. Oh. Oh, okay. It's not quite as amazing as I thought initially. That the words chat is completely illegible. Let me slap in a color source behind it. Oh, hello. Let's do behind that, and then go. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we go. Okay, right. I just need to blow my nose. I do apologise. I'm so glad I'm very glad I managed to mute the microphone. That's all I'm going to say there. Right, so that is that. Let us return to my face. Which is here. Streaming. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Right. Okie dokie. So, Discord. Activity feed. I'm just trying to get everything back where it should be. It's all gone, Pete Tong. You should be like that. And then chat. Where is chat? Eels on disparate. Oh, there you are. We're trying out a new bot today a little bit. I'm hoping I can figure it out at some point. And we'll be able to do something with it for giveaways. But we're probably a fair amount of time away from that. We will get there in the end, though. That's all that matters. Right. So let us continue. I think. Yeah, I think we might be using Morghast Bone at the moment instead of Ushabti Bone, but that's okay. It's fine. We'll get to where we want to be with a vaguely finished miniature at some point. Let's move you away there, sunshine. But I hope people, had a good Christmas and all that jazz. Got suitable Christmas presents, etc. If you were good boys and girls. I obviously did. Your wife treated you to a big old photo light box. Hell yes. Hell yes, she is. I have a light box here. That's actually one of the last things I purchased in the old house before having to pack everything up. I purchased this light box. I used it 5 or 6 times and packed it away. And I've forgotten how to use it. I know it's a box with a light. I've got a bunch of miniatures in there, which I'm just really waiting. I just really need the time to set up the camera so I can get the photos of it, and then finally move everything over to, do. I should be able to. This, I don't know if this will really work. Hey, it did work. Happy days. So we'll be able to finally start getting back to posting miniatures and stuff to dreaded Instagram and X and all that kind of jazz. That is the plan. I'm going to give Instagram one more go this year. See if we can get some channel growth on it. And the Kill Team starter set, that's a fantastic thing as well. I have a Kill Team thing. Oh, wait, hold on. The starter set, was that the one with the Space Marines and the Death Guard in? You only post an Insta in 1 million Discords. This is the problem. I used to be in 1 million Discords, and then I was like, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm in all these Discords and then just not really talking, just lurking. And I thought, you know what? What's the point? So I moonwalked out of a bunch of them and basically left them. Even now I'm still in some, and I rarely chat. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I need to work on it. That is one. I've got that set, and I think it's a great set. I would have been, if I'd been given that for Christmas, I would have been very happy. I'm really looking forward to painting my little Death Guard geezers and the Space Marines. I think the Death Guard are going into my Death Guard army. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the Space Marines yet, though. That's the problem. I haven't really thought about it too much. You think Death Guard is Pallid Hand? I did think of them. I did think of Pallid Hand. I don't know. The problem is I don't really know the different death companies, or whatever they call themselves, enough. I know I started on like... When I first got into streaming, someone very kindly hooked me up with some old Death Guard miniatures that they didn't want anymore. So I think it was the first. It was the Death Guard side of. Would it have been Dark Imperium? It might have been Dark Imperium. If it's not, then it was whatever the Space Marine. It was whatever edition of 40. I think it was 8th edition. 40k. That's all I think I know. Anyway, so I got a few of those Death Guard. And I thought, I don't know if I like the green. I don't know if I like the green. So I painted them sort of red, and I was thinking, oh, right, well. Let's see where we go with this. So it ended up painting them like a dark red. And I called them some cheesy name. What was it? It wasn't the... Was it the coagulated? I don't know. It was something gross blood kind of thing related. The congealed. It was the congealed. I don't think that's necessarily blood, but in this point, it was. I call them the congealed. So I do have some red Death Guard knocking around. I don't know if I'm going to be doing them that color, like the full army, because I do have Mortarion knocking around, obviously. And I might just actually go with the green. I might have talked myself into just going with the green and hoping for the best. Mostly bone armor with green pauldron. Nice. I've done a 180 on the green. I used to I wasn't massively keen on it. I found this has happened many times. I've not initially enjoyed a colour or the idea of a colour. And then I painted a bunch of miniatures I sort of did a little YouTube series on how to paint this Legion relatively quickly. There was certainly a set of videos, and it was okay. However, green was Sons of Horus. Didn't like that green at all until I painted it, and I thought, oh, you know what? I actually do like this color kind of a lot. So I would like to get a few Sons of Horus. However, I still don't think I'm going to be able to do a 180 on Alpha Legion. I'm still not sold on them. I like the mini of the Primarch. Like I can get on board with that, but I just like the rest of it of that Legion. I'm just like, I don't think I'm on board with them. Which is a shame, I suppose. Although not a shame for my wallet. Okay. I do one. I'm pretty sure this is Morghast Bone that I'm using at the moment, which is fine, I guess. It's not what I meant to be using. I did want to be using Ushabti Bone. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing tonight. After stream. Shower and food is usually the go-to. I don't often paint 40k, making more of an effort this year, been working on Age of Sigmar. What, any particular Age of Sigmar factions or anything like that? Age of Sigmar for me it didn't really massively get into me, unfortunately. Like Warhammer Fantasies, 40k has always been my main thing. And then I sort of was slowly drifting into fantasy, and then I took a break, and then they stopped it. For whatever reason. I was working at the time. Yeah, so that's that really. And when I got back into the hobby, Age of Sigmar had been going for a while, and I just the lore wasn't. I mean, I didn't really get on board with the lore. I do occasionally paint their minis. I don't think I know I've still got a few Stormcasts knocking around from here and there, which I will get to painting up, but they don't really do much for me. I enjoy painting Space Marines. I don't need to paint Age of Sigmar Space Marines, basically. So for Age of Sigmar wise, I do have Skaven and some Slaves to Darkness knocking around. My old Age of Sigmar Free Guild army They're actually. I think I'm going to be rebasing them and slapping them on square bases for Warhammer Fantasy, the old world. Oh, dragons. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I like the mix of man and creatures of the Stormcast. That's fair. I mean, you like what you like, right? For example, I've got I've got a Stormcast geezer with, he's got 2 hammers. I can't remember his name. I think he's a character. I am looking forward to painting him up at some point. I just don't know how I'm going to paint him. And who else is there? I think honestly, if I was go into Age of Sigmar, I would end up doing Cities of Sigmar with the shooty lads, whatever they're called, the fleshy human people. Talia Vedra was my first large model. I have no idea. This is unfortunately my ignorance of it sounds correct. Whether or not it is correct, Lioness of the Part. Oh, that mini. Okay, all right. Can I? Is this going to work? No, I don't have it. So that's the lion thing with wings and a scorpion tail. What do you call that beast? I get confused. It's a manticore. That's right. I mean, I could see myself, like, I do like the Cities of Sigmar. Like, the visual style is like different enough from, you know, the old fantasy minis. Obviously, they are, you know, kind of a bit rougher. Whereas the new Age of Sigmar minis are, I mean, they have a lot of detail and, you know, a lot of good stuff going for them. Your Stormcast colours are silver green with gold trim. Hell, what's up, Butters? Hello. Happy New Year to you, dude. I hope you had a great Christmas. I did. Well, it was a very minimal Christmas here, and then I went to my brother's and came back and got the flu. And which is why I haven't streamed since. I was planning on doing a New Year's Eve stream and then taking like the Wednesday off and then coming back on Thursday. I've basically been ill for a week. I'm still not 100%. I'm still slightly sniffy and such things, which is terrible. But we're getting over it. We're over the hump, and we're on to the other side. So yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right, Butters. White Wolf, hold on, just one moment. Yeah, Butters. I basically overhauled. I basically paid someone and told them to overhaul my website. So I'm just doing a Shopify website, and then I'm going to, once that's up and running, which is we're like a day or two away, hopefully, from going live with the first iteration of it. Then I'm going to go back to my website, annihilate virtually all of the shop. I'm going to keep the membership part, and that's basically it. I will keep the bare bones of it there so that I could hypothetically sell these lads, or like other stuff that I don't need that wouldn't really sit well in a main shop. And I'm just going to be basically having it as a website with members only, like videos, hopefully, and blog posts again. Just like I should have done in the first place. I am happy with the results. Yeah. I honestly should have done it several months ago. I was stubborn. probably. And I was wanting to save money. In the long run, I wasted time and money. So, you know. Conradson, hello. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're well. Happy Monday. Why, Wolf? So you did a tropical bird scheme. Ah, very jazzy. Very jazzy. Butters, how was your Christmas and New Year? How was that? I hope it was. And Conradson, and anyone else I missed. I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year, and all that kind of jazz. I know up north, like the big firework thing got bonked on the head, unfortunately, at Edinburgh, which sucks because they always put on a good one. Hopefully the weather's calmed down a little bit. It was good, thanks. Saw family over the main days and headed home. Fantastic stuff. I'm glad you managed to stay safe in all in the dodgy weather that you've had up there. You like not doing conventional schemes? Well, I do approve of. I do approve of that. I mostly do conventional schemes. Every so often, I have dreams of maybe one day doing a jazzy scheme, which is why I painted this lad. This is a Highland Miniatures mini, and when I get the Empire for the Old World, we will attempt to replicate that. But this is a slightly larger mini than those ones, so there are aspects of this that I'm just not going to be able to transfer over. However, I'm very happy with him. He's not 100% finished, but he's close enough. It was cancelled due to the high winds. That was it. Yeah, that's a bit rubbish, that is. That is a bit rubbish. And as you'll have noticed, regulars to here, there's no music at the moment. We are dual streaming to YouTube. And I just want to double... Hopefully tomorrow, by tomorrow, we will... I'll have organised it, and at least there might be music on Twitch. Maybe. If all goes well. If it doesn't go well, then there won't be music on Twitch, and we'll just have to figure something else out. Hogmanay was cancelled. Yeah, it's cold now, but otherwise grand. Well, I hear like cake. Cake is excellent for keeping oneself warm. Chocolate cake, vanilla cake, Vicky sponge, ginger cake. Fruit cake, just cake. He is rather cool. I like him. I was really struggling with what scheme to go with. And then I've obviously been thinking about Howling Griffins a fair amount recently. And I thought, yellow and red is obviously a scheme which would not be remotely stressful to do. So that's what we ended up doing. Na, 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 na. Right. Let's get this color. Oh, hello. Excuse me. I don't know what was on over Christmas. I don't really watch masses of Christmas TV, so I don't know if I missed anything dramatic. I do know I missed Wallace and Gromit, which I'm very, very sad about, but I'll be making time very soon to rectify that. Ba-ba-ba. Trying to be a little bit more scratchy with this. Because I think this is really the second pass that second time I've attempted the bones on these things. First time has been a bit of a disaster, and I wasn't really happy with it. I think this is one of the. I don't know. I'm not massively keen on it. I get very irritated painting bones and things. Not massively keen on them. However, I have to face these little disasters and get some paint down on them. Nice whip made of vertebrae, lovely. Yeah, I'm really not keen on painting bits of bone and things. I find it rather frustrating, to say the least. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Oh, for his 18th. Damn. That would be a pretty magnificent present. That would be a pretty magnificent present. Plus, you know, nipple horns. So everyone's a fan of those, I think. I don't know. Yeah, if he's not got Magnus the Red, then that would be definitely a good choice, I suppose. I'm not really sure. Does he only do 40k, or does he do... I was going to say the connoisseur's choice, Horus Heresy. trying to paint myself as a connoisseur, which I'm definitely not. Okay, this is a sort of jawbone thing. Just 40k? I can understand that. Especially at, 18? Bloody hell. That's, yeah. You painted him Kairos Fate Weaver? That's the... Is that the named Lord of Change? I think it is. I do like that one. Don't own him. I have an old metal Lord of Change. I need to put the radiator on in here. I have an old metal Lord of Change with the Forge World. Actually, I don't know if it's Forge World. With the sort of, you had to call up the mail order department of Games Workshop and say, look, I want the extra bits. I think it was like I think it was a different head, a different staff, and I think a different loincloth. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me, but you're a good uncle. I'm attempting to be a good uncle, but my nieces and nephew are there. Well, my niece, both of them are rapidly approaching 4. In fact, one is going to be in a week or so, I think. I've got to double check the date. I'll double check the date on that one. But they're slightly too young. And my nephew is coming up on 7 months, so it's a bit too early to get him into Games Workshop. But I will, for my brother's sake. In fact, speaking of that, I just do need to do something. I don't normally like doing a text message thing when I'm streaming, but I have to do this. Otherwise, I will never remember after stream. That's the problem. What the hell? I need some stupid emoji thing. There. Right. It's my brother's birthday today. I meant to send him a message earlier. And I thought, just remembered, I was like, oh God, that's let's remedy that one before talking about trying to be a good uncle, then remembering my own brother is like, That would be a disaster. Your daughter is 4 and she painted her first orc. Oh, I can imagine. So my 2 nieces, they're, I think 4 months between them, age-wise. They were both hatched relatively, not too far apart. So they're both basically 4. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, my brother's over in Georgia. For his birthday with his family, and I'm hoping a massive cake has been involved. A large sort of delicious cake has been summoned, or something like that. Cheat mode for daughter. I zenithal primed and let her have the contrast. That's what you need to do. I have to remember that. I think there might become. I don't know. I could. I think maybe my younger niece. I could probably see them both doing it. One is slightly a bit. They're both sort of arty and stuff. But one definitely likes dressing up as sort of princesses and all that kind of stuff. A lot more than the other one does. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out though. If they both might hate it. That is always an option though as well. So we will see at some point if there's any interest in painting little miniatures with their uncle. Right, so so I do wonder how this dual streaming thing is going. Like, according to my OBS, apart from the electricians turning the power off at the beginning of the stream, we haven't had any issues. So I will be curious to see what the quality is like over on YouTube. If anyone is on YouTube watching, hello there. I hope the quality is tolerable. What I do need to do is I need to get the bots to sort of say we are dual streaming and all that kind of jazz. But I am wanting to move over to a new bot as well. So I've got the new bot running. I don't have my sort of bot account plugged into it though, so it's not sort of spitting out stuff as I would like it to. But that's because literally half an hour before stream started, I thought, oh, let's try and sort out the new bot, and then realised I need a bit more time. So hopefully I'll be doing that tomorrow. And I was getting very sidetracked today, unfortunately. What a surprise there. That's what I need to find. I need to find my box of skulls. I know they're about to come up with the 40k box of skulls, etc. The basing thing. But I would like to find my other box of skulls. Okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hello? What's up, Scott? How's it going, dude? No, I've only got one, but I can't find it. It's very frustrating. How you doing today? Happy New Year and all that jazz. I'm still suffering from the plague that I had. Which is why I just went to a burb page. I had to blow my nose. Still, I thought I was... Strangely, I didn't realize I was quite as sort of bunged up as I am. Until I hit the go live button, and then it's like, actually you're kind of bunged up. Still, you're not as well as you thought you were. Nice. It was like it's a very small Christmas. The house isn't finished, so didn't really have any family around or anything like that. I mean, you know, mum and dad. And then went over to my brother's house, my youngest brother's house, who's like an hour away, for a couple of days around, like Boxing Day and the day after, etc. Then I came back and woke up the following day with the plague. Not the big plague from a few years ago, but I don't know, the flu basically. And it's been bedridden and set everything back by a week or so. I'm slightly irritated about it, but can't do anything about it. Only a hoe. Yeah. So we are dual streaming. There have been a few changes, like the whole setup at the like the the whole stream setup is that camera moving? No, you're staying still. It's still a bit wonky. Because I've been bedridden, unable to look at screens. The entire stream setup's a bit wonky still. Yeah, I don't know, but we are dual streaming. I thought I'd finally give it a go. It seems to be okay. Obviously, the issue is lack of music, which is something I need to organise. But it was way too last minute to figure out for today. Hopefully for tomorrow's stream, we will be able to organise at least music on the Twitch side of things. Whether or not we can get things, I don't know. We'll have to see what we're going to do when it comes to the music. I could just listen to music on my side and not worry about it at all. It would certainly be simpler, but you know, the usual struggles of well, we shall see. Definitely struggles. It's not been ideal, but mustn't grumble. Mustn't grumble. We get our little World Eater chap finished. Finally. So I need to edit him into a video. Which is yeah, that's I've got a lot of editing to do. I spent like that week in bed would have been perfect if I'd been able to look at a screen for like longer than half an hour. So I got a fair amount of editing to do. And then we're moving on to the next project, which is a light vehicle. So I've got a Rhino right there, which I need to sort of modify a little bit. Not cornify it. World Eaterify it, which is basically the same thing, but I don't want to go too crazy. Oh, White Wolf, you're very kind. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I'm very happy with the World Eaters. I'm really enjoying painting the World Eaters. I just yeah. It's a whole thing. I've got the next, so I got the vehicle. I finally managed to print out. We got a World Eater's Contemptor torso right here. Hold on, which way does it go? This way. Oi oi. So I got to glue this bad boy together. I think I showed this off to you. I think you've seen it. So we've got this World Eater's torso. He's got spider legs, obviously. We've got 4 of these bad boys that he sort of scuttles around on. Rather than legs. Rather than like sort of 2 legs, he's got 4 legs. I'm going to give him some delicious Volkite. Oops. And I think I'm giving him... where's his hands gone? What the hell's that? Oh, okay, that's Bobby G. I think I was going to give him... Was I giving him these hands? I can't even remember. Did I give him chainsaw thumbs or did I give him... Okay, there it is. Unfortunately, so I was going to potentially give him sort of chain fingers. But instead, it's going to give him a big one, obviously. And right there. So Java. Java, thank you so much for the 2 months. Okay, so that is an alert which didn't work. Did it? Did I miss it? Did I miss the bloody alert? I didn't just miss it. It's because there's no alert seen on this. I'm swore I added it. Java, thank you so much for the 2 years. How the devil are you? Stream alerts. Why were you not... Okay, the alerts are now there. Finally. I mean, admittedly, too late for now. Unless, actually, hold on, stream elements. Happy New Year to you, Java. What's cracking? You'll kill with compliments. You don't think you've seen it? It's very, very crispy prints. I thought I would give the Elegoo ABS like 3.0. No, I swear to God, they need to fix their naming conventions. The Elegoo 8K ABS like 3.0. Pro? I don't know. Maybe not the Pro. I can't remember. Anyway, I wanted to give the red clay stuff a go, so that's what I've used. Lurk away. Hold on. Let me see. Wait. Don't lurk away. Not yet. Let me see if this works. Activity feed. Come on now. Hey! Look what happens when I add the right feed to the right thing. Java, thank you. Seriously, dude, thank you so much for the 4... I think I almost said 4 years. Thank you very much for the 2 years as well. Let me just smash that a bunch. I also didn't hear it. Yeah, I'm glad I managed to look up and see it without like wasting like 5 hours before realizing I missed it. Yet another alert. Pro HD 3. Basically, yeah. I read that as it would be a great bondage film. Chain fingers. Yeah. So I've got Spider Boy done. I just need to. Some of his joints are a little bit tight. Hold on, where are we? Okay, so yeah, some of these they're a little bit tight, so I need to sand them down, and then I can glue this lad together, and then he can scuttle around and hopefully attack people. And then I've printed him out. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be good. But that's the whole thing as well. I'm just really trying to dial in the settings for this resin goop, because normally I use the Ceratec Navy Grey, Fast Navy Grey. I know they got some new stuff coming out, or it's already out in America maybe, or wherever. But they've there's a vent hole there. Anyway, I thought I wanted to try this out for larger things like statues and vehicles. So that's why, I mean, that Contentor Dreadnought's a bit small, but like larger things like this, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And I just need another head. There's a head. So I think for miniatures, the Ceratec Fast Navy Grey is fantastic, just to show you. I think it's absolutely fantastic for miniatures, and that's how I will be selling them. But for photos, I think I prefer this red clay to take photos with for the larger things. So on my store, when we get around to it, I'll be printing like statues, etc., with the red stuff. And when we do miniatures, it'll all be with the Ceratec Fast Navy Grey. Your head can go in there. All right. Anyway, so that is that. There was another chain hand option, I think. So we had the big thumb, which is the one I'm going to go with. We got chain fingers, and I'm pretty sure there was another option in the STL pack that I yoinked. I don't think I had any success in printing it. No, I didn't. I'm just wondering if there's anything knocking around here that I didn't show off yet. Did print out some bits from a Kratos. Big, juicy, Volkite slobbery goodness right there. Anyway, so let's get back to painting what the hell I was supposed to be painting all that time ago. Without getting too sidetracked. No. Hello, Button. I own some Leagues of Votan. I've not painted them yet. And as for the specifically, hold on. I'm getting the names confused. The Ironhead Squat Prospectors are for Necromunda, right? Hearthkin are the ones for like the 40k army. Oh, the kill team. Thank you. I've not painted them. No. I don't have too many of the kill teams. I got the latest starter set, so the Space Marines and Death Guard, and I've got the Night Lord set over there, which I'm really looking forward to painting. Once I've narrowed down a scheme that I'm going to be happy with, and that I can actually do without sort of stressing myself out too much. Are you looking to paint that kill team? Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm hoping tomorrow. I've been definitely getting better over the past few days. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to be even better and slightly less ill. That will be a magnificent thing. We shall see, though. I don't know. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But I didn't want to start yet another week of not streaming. That would have been a disaster. So do. Okay. The weird rat tail thing that this person has. I wonder what film I'm going to watch tonight. That is going to be the conundrum. So when I've had a shower and all that kind of stuff and had some food, I will return out here. Locate a film to watch and then spend a couple of hours going through 3D printed files and trying to guesstimate the weight of them once they're finished, which has been slightly tedious to say the least, but I've been needing to do it for shipping things. It's not been the best way to spend a few days. I've only got a couple of 100 items to sell. So getting each individual file, slapping it into the program, looking at the resin volume, and then figuring out the weight from that as a good sort of starting point for shipping, etc. Obviously, without printing out each individual item, I don't have the weights. So as things get printed out, I'll have to weigh them and adjust the shipping measurements. Thankfully, once it's done, it's done. It's just a very tedious bit of work to be doing at the moment. Or the blooded kill team. The blooded. No, I have not. I'm actually. Oh, flipping Nora. I have a lot of the blooded miniatures, I believe, because that was part of the Blackstone Fortress thingamajig, I believe. I don't know if I have the Enforcer and the Ogryn, though. So I need to, that is something I need to remedy. I do have a bunch of those Chaos lads, though, the Renegades, knocking around somewhere. But I don't play any games. It's literally just a sort of enjoying the painting kind of deal. But I have been wanting to paint that Ogryn specifically for a while now, so it's just probably a matter of time. Also, I do really like the Commissar geezer, the one with the fist and the shooter. But I did print out. Hold on. I did. Oh, hello, wrong one. I printed out this one, who's a sort of. I think this is. He's kind of jazzy. He needs a bit of cleaning up. Obviously, because he's filthy chaos, but he's also just relatively fresh out of the printer. But so, for example, that bit there needs to be cleaned up. And I do have a. Is this the right art? This is the right hand. So this is. I got a fist for him. Right here. And I can't remember what gun he has. A gun in his other hand. Is it this? I think I might have found it. A plasma pistol. I think normally for characters, I normally print out plasma or whatever. The fancy version rather than the plain old bolter. So he does come with a little plasma doobry firkin. Funnily enough, I did eye up potentially painting him today, but I'm still trying to get a little bit of progress on these rascals. But he's definitely on the agenda. This one is from Red Warden Miniatures, I believe, on My Mini Factory. There is a sort of Kislev geezer right here as well, which I also considered painting up today. He also needs cleaning up as well. They're basically fresh out of being cleaned and stuff. I left them over Christmas, but they need a little bit of tidying up. Right there. So let us. Okay, we got a. How are we doing on you? A little bit more work on this guy. Okay. Do you need to get a better title card for the YouTube going live, like for the video bit? Because it is definitely out of date and actually not even really relevant to a live stream. But that's what I need to do when I'm watching a film tonight. I need to do that and attack the bot a little bit more. See if I can get a few more bits. A few more bits and pieces working with it, if possible. Sure I can. It's just a matter of time. As we know, time marches on. All right, sunshine. Let's get Bony Boy here. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-bum. So yeah, Christmas I got one book from my youngest brother. My other brother is in Georgia at the moment, so I'll wait for him to return. Are you using the right color? Yeah, I'll wait for him to return. Because he said he was going to get me the other book that I wanted over Christmas when he gets back. Okay. What's up, Squeezel? How you doing? Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a good Christmas. Or as good a Christmas as possible. Got ooh, hello. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit chilly in here. Ooh. Yeah. It was a very small Christmas here. Just with the parents. I did get to go and see my youngest brother and his family on Boxing Day for a little bit, which was nice. Didn't have the massive Christmas meal though. Normally we kind of do that, but it's state of the house and stuff. Like we didn't really have masses of family over because my nieces, as I've said previously, they're like just about to hit 4, and the staircase doesn't have a banister on yet, so don't want them running around and plummeting off the top of the stairs. I mean, it's not a massive drop, but I'm sure any drop. I mean, it wouldn't have been pleasant for anyone, let alone a 4-year-old. So, didn't want to risk it. Hopefully the joiner is going to be able to get back relatively soon and be like, "Yo, I'm going to do you a sweet deal." Seeing as we're such good friends. He's probably not going to say that because we're not friends. Not that we are enemies, for that matter. He just doesn't know us from any other random people. However, if you could do us a deal, that would be sweet. I will wiggle all kinds of eyebrows. I don't think that's going to do much, though. Yeah. As I said earlier, I'm really not enjoying painting. I'm not enjoying painting this massively. I'm going to be very happy once they're done. And I can shuffle them off this desk and into either sell them somehow. I don't know how. Or just kind of whatever. Put them into storage, never to be seen again. I think probably selling them is probably what I'm going to do, but I just not enjoying painting them massively. Still, it's all practice and stuff, so it's not a waste of time necessarily. It's just maybe we'll come up with a few new ways of doing things. Maybe not. Da, 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 da. Yes. Interesting. Yeah, this radiator's... My sleeve keeps catching the pile of printed bits that I have to my side. I need to... That's what I need to do on Wednesday. I need to build this dreadnought. I don't know what to do for the base. I think that's really the thing which is sort of vaguely holding me back mentally. Ooh. And we shall see, though. Squeaky, squeaky. What else do we need to do? We do need to drag into the vertical scene. We need to add... Can I add a scene? Can I just add the GH5 into the vertical scene? Would that be too crazy? It would be good. Slightly itchy nose. Frightfully sorry, folks. Okay. So, yes, it's very interesting, this definitely not dual streaming thing. I do like it, because it does mean that we will have I was going to say high quality content. It does mean we'll be constantly, like, you know, there'll be fresh videos. I just need to come up with a decent title card and such. But yeah, it certainly seems to be better. Like what you're left with once you finish stream on YouTube. So I'm hoping it's not going to be a disaster. That's why we will persevere with the old dual streaming thing. And hopefully we can remedy the sort of the audio situation a little bit. Okay, what I need to do is did we already paint this lad? Weird, weird, weird. No random skulls on your base? No. Thankfully for that. You... I think we might have... I'm not entirely sure. I think we might have already done something with you. We just need to come back and do another something. I did put the heater on, the little oil heater I've got. Slightly chilly at the moment. Slightly frustrating. Okay. Right. So... adding a little bit of this colour in there. We will come back and... continue to paint this bloke. He's sort of... he's not really been washed. Not because he's chaos, but because I don't think I really got around to... shading him. In fact, like especially on these horns right here. There's no shading at all. We might slap over a little bit of... I can't really remember what I used to shade it. It wasn't Agrax. I swear to God. If I knock another thing off, I'm going to lose my marbles. Not just my printed out Dreadnought bits. That was a cheeky little Havoc launcher that's going to go on top of my Dreadnought. The cheekiest of things. Anywho, so something is something missing from this scene? I was going to have a like a little image here. That's supposed to read 1, not 2. I have to fix that. That's because I did a test. That's because I did a test subscriber thing, I think, earlier. I think? Oh, no. It's because I redid the resub from Java and it's counted it twice. Anywho. Not a disaster, but it did confuse me. So that's what happened there. Okay, so a lot of this we can hopefully just kind of make good on. As we continue the highlights. Some situations we are going to have to reshade, etc. Reshade. All right. I'm just trying to think what color I would have used to shade. I think it might have been a watered down Mornfang brown. Cunningly, I did it right before Christmas, and I can't remember. And I didn't write it down, because I thought, there's no way I'll forget. And here we are. And I have a recipe book right over there. Well, I say it's a recipe book, it's just a notepad. Okay. It's a very noisy jet above. Whatever sort it is. Some high altitude bomber or something. Hey. How long have we been streaming for today? 2 hours and 8 minutes. Woo! Excuse me. Alrighty. So yeah, the goals, they basically, apart from the massive, where is it, donation goal, the goals will reset every month. And if we hit the bit goal there, or that one there, then I think we're giving away the bust of this miniature, right, of this statue right here. This month, just the bust, so that is torso upwards. I've got to double check on the cape situation. I don't know if how well the cape interacts with the base that it's on. So, but that's if we hit the goals, either of them, and then at the end of the month it gets reset back to 0, etc. Obviously. Hmm. Okay. So, Gabba, no music today, no. We're dual streaming to YouTube. And with the powers that be, I need to figure out a way to strip the banging beats away from like the audio going out. Because we don't want a copyright strike. What's up, Reno? How you doing? Happy bloody Monday to you. Yeah. The old tube with the U, unfortunately. I've been wanting to dual stream for a while, and just with the like monetization situation here on Twitch, you don't seem to get any like I don't know if anyone watches VODs on Twitch. So I thought, well, and they're certainly not monetized, etc. So I thought best to do it on YouTube. Might as well make the most of it. It does mean I need to organize the audio situation though. I've been very much enjoying not really because I don't run VODs on Twitch. I've been very much not having to not have to worry about keeping VODs and all the copyright stuff. So yeah. Now I can distract you with twice as many comments. Bloody hell. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. I do when there's no one I want to watch. Really? Really? I genuinely don't. If I've missed a stream from someone, I will consider watching it. But I'm just so used to bloody YouTube. Bloody YouTube. I just don't really, I don't know, don't really watch VODs in general. Like there are a few people I will watch VODs for, but it's not like a religious. I was gonna say it's not a religious experience. I don't, watch them religiously. Anxious start to the year, but you're getting there. Listen here, my friend. I spent the beginning of the year sweating and not in bed, and not for like the reason I would have preferred. I've still got the flu. It's horrible. Like first 2 days, I've not slept as much as I've had as in a long time. Probably almost 48 hours of sleep. Maybe that was long needed, long overdue. These bloody bombers, I swear to God. So you mentioned that on Discord. Yeah, no, I am much better. I'm still slightly snuffly or sniffly or whatever the word is, and I've got a bit of a sore throat. Cough is mostly gone. I'm certainly better than I was and moving in the right direction. Obviously could have been much worse, but it has been very irritating because I was wanting to sort of get videos done and stuff like that, ready for the new year. That has not happened. So it's all like once I'm fully back and with it, it's all thingamajiggles ahead. What did everyone get for Christmas? We didn't really do massive Christmas. I got a couple of Warhammer books. I got the Horus Heresy Beta Gamma Dubry Firkins. And then another one. I've already forgotten the name of it. Exemplary Battles. From my two brothers. And then I got a jumper from my mum. Which I'm not wearing today. Because I don't want to get covered in paint. And got some bedside lights from my dad. That's all I wanted. You got 2 Lego sets? Of course you did. And a weighted blanket. I hear those things. I hear good things about those. And your girlfriend had to talk me down from buying a £260 Zelda. Back away from the Lego. Sorry, I have no idea what she sounds like. That wasn't supposed to be an impression of her voice, that would be a slightly scary rendition. How close did you get to buying it? I did see those helmets. Like as I said, I did, and I've not really been in Discord unfortunately the last few days because looking at the screen was just giving me headaches. The Boosh Mercenary. I always liked that one, especially like the helmet. I always thought that was very cool. It was in 2 different carts. Bloody hell, Reno. We hoping one cart was ignored by hoping your girlfriend didn't see the spare cart that you had lined up. I've definitely emptied the cart. Yes. But what about the secret cart on the other browser? I don't know. I mean, that is a lot of money. However, I have said this before. I'm obviously not a massive Lego person. But saying that, there are a couple of kits which I would be very tempted by. Like the Ecto one and the Ghostbusters Firehouse. I think those ones probably would be the most tempting for me, but I would also be then struggling, going like, do I need to buy another one, or do I need to buy a resin tank from Forge World? The Ecto's been retired. See, it's that doesn't help. Reno, thank you. That doesn't help. I would appreciate it. If you had the space, you'd buy Bardur. So you gotta start thinking about turning your house into like one of those. What do they call them in London? Iceberg houses. You know, because it's got like 4 floors. They sort of dig down. They dig down sort of however many levels into the ground. Multiple layers of Lego storage and miniature storage. This is the thing. It is a lot of money, and as much as I love Ghostbusters, because I really do love Ghostbusters, it is a lot of money, and because I'm not that invested into Lego, I'm obviously more invested in miniatures. I would be much more tempted to like sling it at, I don't know, something. For example, working towards the Mastodon, for example. Right. What a segue that was. Just check the Lego site. It's going away. Oh no. Well, the thing is, once it's gone, it's yeah. I mean, as much. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. But it is one of the few that would do it. That I would probably be tempted by. I'm sure it's one of those kits which is going to be like kind of collectible. It's twice. Yeah, I know. I figured. I realized. No, I won't be doing it. Are we still like, what's the story on the plastic tanks, by the way? And by that I mean the glaive, etc. And the fellhammer? No, that's not the right word. Fellblade. Because I think they got removed from Forge World, did they not? Could be mistaken on that one. Holy balls. Excuse my language. Heyo! What's up, Congo? How you doing? What the devil's going on? Happy New Year and all that jazz. You wanted the friend set, but lost out by a few months, and now it's silly money. Really? How much are you talking about, Reno? And when you say friends, do you mean as in Ross and Rachel friends, or is there another variety? You'll never guess what. I really don't know. Tell me. Not the kids' range of Lego. It is indeed Happy New Year. Congo, I hope you're well. Your chair has a big ultra... Oh, bloody hell. You legend. Absolute legend. That's the spirit. Was that a Christmas present? Well earned. Chair of power. Is that the... I don't know what they call it. Is that the Amiga Dubry Firkins chair from Secret Lab? Enjoy my deep knowledge of chairs. 375. Oh, flipping Nora. Yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem with hobbies, Reno. You know? There have definitely been things that have gone out of stock that I've kicked myself for so many times. It's been very irritating. Very, very irritating. That's the one. Hell yeah. A little present to yourself. You have the Ultra Nerds now, as you should do. I mean... You do deserve the best, and they are the best. So, it makes sense. Lego FOMO is worse. How often do they deactivate? What's the word we're looking for? Yeah? You like that one, Congo? Retire. Thank you. Yeah. How often do they sort of retire kits? Yeah, Alfaris and Quinzar. Enjoy the pronunciation. I need to blow my nose again. I'm so sorry. 3 to 4 years. Oh, was it that? It was for Afterlife. Because I did wonder. I thought it had been out before. Maybe someone resurrected it. Woo! As a ghost. I am still here. I just need to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. And I'm going to mute the microphone. But yes, if we hit the subscription or the bit goals that we have for this month, I'll be 3D printing a bust of this lovely miniature. Hopefully relatively soon so I can actually show it off rather than yeah. Anyway, I need to hold on. Hello. A bust, hey! I had to double check that the images I was that I have on here were the PG ones. Because there is a folder next to it which is not safe for work version of that bust. Obviously that's the full statue. The bust is obviously like waist upwards. But I need to print it out just so I can obviously show it off. But that is the general gist of the plan going forward, I think. If these goals, either of them get filled up, then we do the giveaway for that. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Potentially. Or basically a token on my website for such things. I don't know what to do about this one. Obviously, this amount of money is leagues ahead of these amounts of money. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I mean, maybe doing it every £200 is probably a bit more sensible, but whatever. I'll figure it out eventually. So you got Alfaris and Quinzar for the for Crimbo. Wait, hold on. I thought you already had old Quinzar. Did you not, Gabba? And again, I do apologize about the audio, the music, the lack of beats to bang to for today's stream. It has been deathly quiet. I've had to maximize the jibber jabber as much as possible, but it's slightly exhausting. Having some music does help a huge amount. Da-da-da-da. Okay. That's his old thumb. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think my nose is squeaking from having to sort of blow it. Have to get some more Xandri dust. Xandri dust? All right. Ooh. Out of interest, with a view to what the hell am I watching tonight, what is your favourite horror film? That is a question. Hold on. Had an idea for the base of my trike, but I'm unsure if I'm good enough to do it. Reno, you are. Where there's a will, there's a way. You can make it happen. I haven't had any of my coffee. Oh my god. No wonder everything's gone completely weird today. I've had no coffee today. I need to turn the button on. I tell you what, the coffee that we've got at the moment is very weird. Not entirely sure. We went with a different, like, brand. Not used to it. I'm not entirely sure about it. Was thinking using cotton wool and contrast paint to try and make a dust cloud. I know people use cotton wool for... Is it cotton wool they use? Or that polyfiller stuff? Do you know... the stuff they use to stuff sort of teddy bears and I guess such things. Cushions maybe, polyfiller. That might be a better material than cotton wool. I don't know though. I've not done... I've only seen people do like burnt clouds, like burning, as like a sort of marker for like a destroyed vehicle or something. So I know that sort of effect can work. I've seen people do it for fire and smoke specifically. And there's no reason why it shouldn't work for dust clouds. I think my only concern with the cotton wool thing and contrast would be it absorbing a lot of paint and becoming like the I guess lose its sort of fluffiness or whatever. But I have no experience in it. Yeah, I'd look for something called polyfiller. I think it's very similar to cotton wool, but I think it's a lighter material and maybe a little bit more what you might want, but cotton wool could well do the job as well. So how would you do it? I mean, would you... I wonder how... I'm just pondering how I would do it. I know you've said the contrast paint. I would be slightly interested to see how, if I use contrast paint, like is it Agorist Dunes? I would be keen, because I know like the cotton wool is, or whatever, is, you know, I would be interested in finding out texture-wise how it works. Because my brain is now thinking about if I mixed in some kind of like a fine grit or a fine sand into the contrast as well. Hello, Powerwolf. How you doing, dude? Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a good Christmas and all that jazz. Beamy, watch the new Aliens video game footage that's focused on VR. Game Journo is struggling to understand Square Magazine goes in Square. Oh no. Close the video and contemplate how people become this stupid. I don't know. Games journos are a different breed. Powerwolf. Conish shapes and put them under the wheels. Yeah, I can. That would be a good sort of shape. Yeah, I mean the thing is, like cotton wool or whatever is relatively inexpensive, unless there's a massive price. Unless prices have shot up drastically since I last purchased cotton wool, it should be relatively cheap enough to do what you want. Give it a go. Cream of the crop, what's cracking? Hello. What the devil is going on with yourself? Happy New Year and all that jazz. Hope you had a good Christmas. Are you rooting for the Alien versus Game Journos? I'm
doing my part.
Oh!
I'm doing my part.
No way.
My part.
I'm doing my part too.
Holy! There! I managed to get the bloody audio to line up by accident. I don't know how I did that. Thank you so much for smashing that follow button and testing it for me. You have absolutely made my day. Thank you so much. That audio has been driving me around the bend since I started streaming again. Oh. Hey, well, thank you. Cream of the crop. Thank you very much for bringing someone to smash that follow button. How the devil are you? I don't know what I did. Well, the only way you can do that is by potentially unfollowing and then refollowing again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I'm still suffering from the play. I caught the flu off some family member over Christmas. And I'm still slightly suffering from it. As a result, I do apologize. I'm not normally bunged up, and normally we do have a music going, but I'm dual streaming today to YouTube for the first time ever. I've been wanting to do it for years, but then I stopped streaming for a bit, and yeah. So anyway, we're giving it a go. Mine was mostly spent at work, but nice enough. They were pretty awesome. I mean, the house is not finished. Still living in a building site, so to speak, and all that kind of jazz. So it's not been ideal. However, it was certainly better than last year, which was even more of like just literally living out of boxes last year. Now I have a bed and I'm not sleeping on the floor. So it's good. You're stuck in Adland, son of a bee sting. And we're back. Right. Slam, dude. Hold on. Wait. Is that... Hold on, how many years is that? My maths... Hold on. Oh my god, my maths is terrible. 5, 6? Is that... Wait. That's a long-ass time. 6, bang on. I'm all about banging. Dude, thank you so much for the 6 years. Jesus Christ, on a bicycle. In a row as well. I see that. I see that row, and when I see that, I see... I was going to say dedication. That's a whole load... Thank you so much, dude. I don't know. I hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year to you. By the way, the thing has arrived that you very kindly got for me off via Throne. Better part of a decade. I know. That's legendary behavior. I think there are only a couple of other absolute saucy rascals like yourself with that sort of numbers. Thank you so much. I hope you're well. Well, what the hell was I gibbering about? I got all kinds of flustered. I swear to God, I am really pale. Mostly because I'm ill. Yeah. I am actually quite flushed though. Like I'm feeling kind of, you know, like flattered and stuff. You know? Cream of the crop. I like it. I like it. Thank you so much for the resub. Let me tickle your button. Oh, did we do 4 times? Did you get a... Yeah. Yes. The classic number. Dude, thank you so much for the resub. Doing okay. Back to work today, so you'll probably be lurking for it. I completely understand the life of the lurker. I am one. I'm a massive, massive lurker. It's a strange thing. Maybe this year I'll actually get to do some more talking in channels. That would be, well, more painting and more chit-chatting, like using the old fingers. You know? Let your fingers do the talking, that kind of jazz. Trying to remember how to even work. Oh! Thank you very much for gifting a sub. Oh, blimey. Let me tickle that button as well. More painting, more fingers, more... Yes, exactly, Slam. Yes, maximum flesh, maximum fingers. Lots and lots of painting. Thank you so much for gifting a sub. My brain is... How do I want to say your name? My brain is currently saying Little Hizzy. Sorry, we live near an airbase. Bombers like to fly around. And there's a test thing where they bomb over somewhere nearby as well. It's very loud. You got it spot on. That's because I'm basically... People will say to you, I'm fluent in many languages. I can say many variety of names first time correctly every time. Oh dear. And they'd be lying to you if I am absolutely terrible with names. And it is a struggle. But we do get there in the end sometimes, if we're lucky. Otherwise, some people are just relegated to... well, they just... I don't know. I just end up saying their name incorrectly for the rest of my life. Sometimes there's just no hope. It depends what kind of person they are. Sometimes, though. Sometimes when someone... I do know how to say a name, but that person is spectacularly irritating. And I just keep getting their name wrong. It's a really sad situation. I'm terrible. Game journos don't have large soul presence in the warp. That's all I'm going to say. There's not enough there for demons to feed off it. Well, I don't know. With game journos, I don't know. I don't really... I'm surprised they still exist, basically. I don't really read their content. I tend to trust other streamers, friends who play a game, and stuff like that. If I want an opinion on a game, or I just risk it and buy it. You know, these days occasionally I'll even pre-order. I did read. Well, I can't remember who it was now. Well, who their point of view was with modern games. Just buying a game when it comes out is still basically pre-ordering it. I think that was their opinion, because games are not really released in the finished state. So you know, it's basically buying some pre-order rubbish. Because the dreaded day one patch and all that nonsense, which has been prevalent across the thing for decades now. I say decades now. I don't know when day one patches really started coming in. Can't really remember. It's been so long. Anyway, folks, I promise. Like this is like a long-term project, by the way. I will get these rascals finished. But we don't always paint these, I promise. It's just more like when my brain is completely frazzled and I can't figure out what I want to paint on stream today, we will resort to a couple of different projects, i.e. this is one of them. Like, it's stuff that I need to get done, and we will get done. It's not my favorite thing to paint, but I have to paint it. So this is one of the projects. The other large project is these rascals. I mean, we need to go and paint their shields and stuff. We need a lot of more details. I am going to rebase these to square bases. So that's a massive project as well, which we will end up, probably some of that will end up as on like full-on YouTube videos. Well, thank you very much, Little Hizzy. So what do you paint by any chance? Unfortunately, in this case, I've been forced to bear witness to their attempts to push buttons. I feel like I want my money back, even though the game looks good and I haven't bought it. I tell you what, I mean, I've still not finished Alien Isolation. And I think that game, I pre-ordered that. That was one of the games that I pre-ordered. I remember pre-ordering it, and I will not apologize for that. I absolutely adore... Hey! Wait, hold on, I missed his... Wait! What? That's another one. That's another... What did I say that was? 6 years? Ah! You, yes? You don't have to paint. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not going to judge you. Look how much painting we're doing here. It's mostly me flapping my mouth. Avian, 6 years in a row. I was literally just talking about there being a few legends, especially in a row. Thank you so much for the 6 years. Sweet baby buttery Jesus. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for the resub. I hope you had a good Christmas. Ragnar, hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year to you as well. 15 to 20... Sorry, I wasn't coughing because you said 15 to 20 years old. Wait. 15 to 20 years ago. Jesus. You were doing Lord of the Rings, Warhammer 40k, and Warhammer Fantasy Minis. I haven't done anything since, but you like enjoying them from afar. Did you get rid of your stuff? Do you remember, like, what was your favorite thing to do from those specific, like, things? What, Ragnar? What? I was only asking. Ragnar, thank you so much for the 61 months. That is, this is, you're catching me on the fly here. 5 years, 1 month. Look at I'm terrible at maths. We all know that. Thank you so much, Ragnar, for the 61 months. Sweet baby butter of Jesus. Used to do Warhammer Fantasy. It was dwarves. Yeah. Okay. Necron and Tau. Okay. I got Necron. I have 1 Tau miniature. I have been telling myself, hypothetically, in a world where I do get Tau, it would be some robot suits. It's like the fleshy things. Weirdly, the fleshy Tau don't tickle that fleshy button that needs to be tickled. In that regard, and Lord of the Rings Isengard. I've not done any of the Lord of the Rings stuff. Obviously, a long-time fan of the, Lord of the Rings. But I've not got around to painting any of the minis. Frankly, I don't know if I ever will. But they do see, I think they just brought out some new stuff for Lord of the Rings. It still seems to be going very strong. You gave them to friends? You're a very generous person. I hope they did wonderful things with it. That's always a good thing. As long as it's always passed on to friends and such. I luckily, I took a 10-year gap-ish or something like that. All of my stuff, virtually all of my stuff, went up into the storage. And I managed to get most of it out. Unfortunately, I can't find my 2nd edition box set of Warhammer 40k, for which I am forever gutted. Your pile of potential might become the new highest point on this earth at this rate. Listen, no, it won't. It won't. I am slowly. Look, I finished this miniature. He's finished. Huzzah! Paint fleshy Kroot? I mean, one could do. Say you dipped your toe into Tau by only painting Kroot. I just don't know if the Kroot do it for me, though. I do like fleshy, yeah. I did not write that command. I'm 90% sure I didn't. GW still has a license. How long was their license for? Do we know? I'm sorry, Avian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Throwing minis into the bin is a war crime. It really is. It really is. This is a 3D printed one, so I do 3D printing as well. Which is why, for example, I will do the Burb page very briefly. This is a 3D printed lady. And when we hit either of these 2 goals, we'll do a giveaway for the bust of that. So that's basically her waist. She sits on the stand, and then her waist upwards, clothed. There is a not safe for work version of that, but as we're a family friendly thing here on Twitch, you have to get the clothed version. Finished 1 miniature, but how dare you? Sorry, I just read a bit of chat and then my mind just went completely off in one direction. The squig, listen, that squig's a majestic beast. People who throw bits away need to be punished in public square. Yeah, they really do. They really do. It's a terrible thing. Anyway. That is true. That is, some people are all about, that public spanking. But, who am I to judge? You're not mentioning names. I don't throw bits away, thankfully. I just hoard them like a... I don't know what. Something amazing, obviously. Okay, so obviously, folks, if you have come in, normally there is a music situation. We are dual streaming to old YouTube today. Because I've been wanting to do that for bloody ages. Hello, YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I don't know if that ever works, but that's what some people say. So I said it. And as I said it, we can test it. We are coughing and spluttering today. A little bit, for which I apologize. Hopefully, we will be getting to the end of the plague. Not the big bad plague from a while ago. Just a regular cough and flu situation. Okay. Horde, like a magnificent bits dragon. I mean, the thing is, I don't... It's going to sound very strange. I don't have masses of bits. Really. In the scheme of things. I don't think. Like, I've not really done a count. But I'm pretty sure I don't have, like, an obscene amount. Relatively sure, at least. I mean, I wouldn't like to put money on it, but seeing as I don't have a way of quantifying the amount of bits that I do have, I'm pretty sure we're okay. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it's what I'm saying, and we're sticking to it, and that's all there is to it. So. Oh, I also set up. I attempted to set up. It's well dodgy. It's well dodgy in it. New bot is vaguely active. Very vaguely active. I need to fiddle around inside it and get some more settings organized. It's all kind of, yeah, it's very weird. Like, I'm not keen on setting up bots at the best of times, but I want to be retiring the old bad boy bot and moving ahead with this slightly more up to date and with it bot. Speaking of bots. Hello?
Good day to you.
Yeah. I got voice attack on the computer again, ladies and jelly spoons. Do you remember the good old days? With voice attack. I have voice attack back on the computer again. And I've not got it really programmed for anything. But it is listening to what I'm saying, and it's a bit disconcerting. Yeah, it literally just read unrecognized, but he's listening. He's listening to what we're saying, and it's a bit disconcerting. So it is there, and it is listening. Thankfully, I've not plugged to do any commands yet, but I would like to. We would like to get back to the old chaos. Hi, Farm. Hello. How you doing today? What's cracking? Happy New Year. Hope you had a good Christmas and all that jazz. So that's Stream Elements, which does the points, I think. We're keeping Stream Elements, I think. I want to do points on the new bot. Phantom bot is going to go. But yes, if you remember the good old days, we used to run sweet, sweet, delicious voice attack. Hello there. And it was a good time. I basically managed to program it so I could say, shout out, Jeff the God of Biscuits. Oh, it still recognized shout out. It said yes to God biscuits. Yeah. So I could basically say shout out, and it could do a shout out for me, and I didn't have to stress out my fabulous mods. I did not do that. That was Connie Reno. That was Confurioso. Okay, I'm throwing him under the bus on that one. Green and green. Wait, what? Sounds like a recipe for quality content. Oh, it was. It was an utter disaster. It was. I had it able to change scenes for me just by saying change scene or to whatever. I need to spend a bit of the time talking to this bot so it can understand my voice. I am slightly bunged up from being ill, so I'm going to blame it mostly on me being sick, but also I do need to get it to understand how I speak and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, so I mean, it would random in the good old days. It would randomly kind of change scene or bring up a
Good
browser.
day to you.
Bring up a browser window, say random stuff out of the blue, all that kind of jazz. It was slightly stressful though. Anyway, it was a good time. But we're bringing it back, baby. We're bringing it back. Hopefully. So we are, and also talking about bringing it back, we are painting. I hope everyone's having a good day today, though. Whatever it is you're up to, if you're stuck in the office, being, you know, underappreciated and ridiculously talented, or just underappreciated. I mean, whether or not you're talented or not. Buttspot, no, unfortunately, Buttspot will not be making it back. I don't think Buttspot still exists on Twitch. I could be mistaken. But I think it got too popular. And when a bot gets too popular, that's when the man likes to crush it. Yeah, I think it you can make a free bot to be used in your own channel. For example, like Badger Bot is an app that I threw together using immense skill, not remotely following a guide, and that's free because I use it on this channel and this channel alone. But like, I don't know what the number is. I'm going to say 10,000, and I don't know if that's whatever the number is. But once that app is used within a certain amount of channels, then it starts incurring costs, I think, which is basically why Buttspot is no longer around. F's in chat for Buttspot. And that is a tragedy. So where were we? Did we get around to what's your favorite horror film, by the way? I think I got very sidetracked by people's long ones. Subscription lengths, obviously. Right. So on tomorrow's stream, we should have, hopefully, we'll got some kind of music going that YouTube won't want to, you know, ruin my life for. We shall see, though. We shall see. And hopefully I will have spent a bit of time getting the bot situation a little bit more finagled in my brain. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Is this the wrong color? Have I been using the wrong color? No, I think we're okay. You don't like horror, you like to sleep? Really? What is it? What is there any specific? Is it horror you don't like in general, or is it specific varieties of horror you're not remotely keen on? I mean, I'm not going to judge you either way. I just kind of like a horror film. I kind of like a horror film. I don't know what we're painting tomorrow, by the way. It's not going to be these guys. Hopefully I'll have printed and or primed something else by then. Jump scares are annoying. They are. I'm not so keen on jump scares. I do find them, as you say, irritating. Stuff replays in your brain too easy. Oh, okay, that's fair. Psychological horror is... Okay. Slasher horror makes me uncomfortable. That's fair enough. Yeah. Like, I don't mind a jump scare. I usually kick myself that I was got by a jump scare. I don't know. I do like a good slasher horror film. I used to be all about Saw, etc. It did get slightly ridiculous, but there we go. No, I don't, Button. I don't. I paint. Well, I mean, for example, this is not a Games Workshop miniature. This is one I 3D printed and finished just recently. So this is technically not Games Workshop. I 3D printed. This is a recent Kickstarter. I printed him. He's kind of finished. I need to do the reverse side of his shield. I'm not good at non-metallic metals, but every so often I try and force myself to do it just to make myself realize that I'm terrible at it. So this is one I 3D printed. I will be painting Trench Crusade. I've got a couple of warbands. I got the New Antioch and Trench Pilgrims and the Mercenaries to print out and paint. Highland Miniatures. I sell Highland Miniatures stuff. Obviously, this is very Warhammer Fantasy, or what would you call it? I know there's a proper word. Either way, that's not Games Workshop. Yeah. So, however, saying that, I grew up loving Space Hulk and stuff like that. More-Time, I will bang on about More-Time a little bit. So, like, that is, they are my main kind of focus on things like that. But I do have a variety of other busts and statues that are not remotely Games Workshop. The majority of them I 3D print out. For example, there's this this is Father Christmas, but he's a naughty one. He's called Dark Santa, I think, from Arch Villain Games or Miniatures or whatever they call themselves. I've seen that film one time, Ragnar. One time. I I don't know. I'm not really sure if I liked it. Like whatever's good about that film I didn't register with it. Alien Isolation, the game, I could not. Yeah, that's very fair. I mean, the thing is, I've got, as I was trying to say earlier, I've got that game, and I've still never finished it because I was giving myself a heart attack trying to play that game. I will attempt. In fact, I think that's the reason why I have a controller. I will install that game again, and I will play it, and I will finish it. I have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart that game and replay it. Yeah. I have some Moonstone stuff. Yes, I have. I bought a couple of their boxes. I purchased. Hold on. If I was to press and wiggle my eyebrows suggestively at the Element Games affiliate link right there on channel, I would be able to go over there and then remind myself on which ones I have. If I can remember. I got a couple of the boxes from them. I've got some Goblin ones. Moonstone. More time! Old World, sweet, sweet Old World. 8 times? That number, folks, that number is not right. There is no way that I've only talked about More Time 8 times. However, ruining GW prices for you. Yeah.
Good day to you.
Thank you, bot. Hold on. We're gonna. I've set up OBS differently, so I can't remember how to do a bunch of things. Hold on. If we go to, ooh, hello.
Good day to you.
Shut up. Right. I want to get Death and Taxes, I think. I like the human ones. Oh, okay, maybe not this one. This is maybe not the one I was thinking of. I do like the style of Moonstones, the sculpts and all that stuff. I think the ones I was planning on getting is like the human ones. Potentially like might have been the Barony Troop box. I'm not entirely sure, truth be told. But I wanted to paint some sweet. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. I think this is on the agenda to paint at some point. I don't know when. 8 times this year, yes. That would be accurate, I think. That would be accurate. Yeah, so that is the delicious Moonstone. I do like their stuff. I've got a couple of boxes. I've painted up 3 of them. I've got 3 more to do. I just don't know which ones they are. I just have to dig out the box at some point and get around to that. But I would say it's mostly GW-esque stuff. But I will happily paint other stuff as well. Like basically just time. Time is the thing holding us back. And verbal diarrhea is the other thing. So there we go. Right, now, where were we? Where are we? There's my hand. There. The old overclockers hamburger. And that's the kill team, which is We need to get them primed. I need to prime them. I need to figure out how I'm going to paint my lads. I don't know how. But I have them. And they must be painted. Did I turn that heater off? I'm 99% sure I did, but it's making noises though it's still on. Like it's still on. Right, yeah. As I said, hopefully tomorrow the music situation may be organized. I mean, I may just end up having to listen to music on my own sim to get around it. I don't know. Exactly, you know, if it can be done. My brain is saying yes, but the rest of me is saying, eh. Good luck. All right. Hello, sunshine. Right. I think he needs a bit of horn shading. But yeah, tonight is the night. Where I need to find a horror film to watch. I have an urge to watch a horror film. Dun, dun. I'm not entirely sure about what I'm doing with Thursday streams at this point. That is the only one of the things which is on my mind a little bit. I want to make best use of my time, so Thursdays may be up for the removal or something, but we'll see. Also, don't forget to use your channel points if you have them. Literally no other reason to have them at the moment. You will not. As much as I'd love to be playing 7 Days to Die. Man, you know what I would like? I would love some fondue. Ooh, baby, I would. Love some fondue. Some raclette. Get that cheese. Get that bread. Variety of meats. Just absolutely enjoy the hell out of some cheese tonight. Oh, God. Damn, why did I think of that? Was someone just talking outside? Maybe. Anyway, folks, I hope you've all had a lovely new year. Thus far, and I hope this year is going to be absolutely majestic for everyone. All that good stuff. Was that a person or was that just a weird noise? I think. Might have been a weird noise. Oh well. Whatever. Yeah, that's definitely off. It seems excessively warm now. That radiator was too powerful. I think it's a window squeaking with the wind. Wish I hadn't said raclette to myself. Oh, fondue would be so good. I need to make that part of my immediate future. Or like the next week or so. Cheese it up. Oh, baby. All right. I think that is basic. We got these 3 geezers right here, but they're already been. Yeah, so we just need to basically start all over again with the next color. This batch painting is the work of the devil. If you like batch painting, then you're going to love March. We've got, well, we've only got 40 miniatures. Technically 50 if we unlock the ability to paint that final tactical squad of the second company of the Ultramarines. That would be a great thing. We got 20 Devastators, 20 Assault Geezers, and then that tactical squad as well. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do 50. We did 50 before, 54, 2022. We're going to get the rest of that company finished up this year. The majority of it's going to get done in March. And then we've got the tactical squad, and then we've got 8 rhinos, and then 1 razorback for the second company. I don't know what other, because they're like firstborn. I don't know if we'll be doing masses of tanks for the second company. Maybe a couple of predators we could print off or something like that, just to sort of jazz it up a little bit. We do have another dreadnought to paint for them, so we've got 2 old Castaferum dreadnoughts. One's the Forge World one is the sort of plastic one, I think, which came in that kit, from what I remember. Not entirely certain about that, in fact, but we'll find out. So that's that, really. Let me just go to, what are we? We're about 3.5 hours into stream. Has been interesting. The YouTube, I'm going to be interested to play back the YouTube bit. I know I need to, after I've had food and stuff, I need to go back, and we need to turn this light down for one. But the has been interesting. So I will be interested to see how the YouTube video looks. Hopefully it doesn't look absolutely terrible. I hope it's not a complete disaster. But we are sort of hampered by like what we can put out towards Twitch, etc. But I do need to sort of do a new title card for the going live streams, which is a bit of a weird thing. You have to do that. Strangely, like going into a stream, you have to have a title card for it, I think, which is, I find a bit bizarre, but okay. It is what it is. So the only thing is, I'm not entirely sure. We're doing multi-streaming, so I don't really know how the next bit works. So I will do that in a moment. If you can just bear with me a little bit longer, that would be amazing. We won't be painting those lads tomorrow, though. That I do promise. We will be painting. Hopefully, I will have found something else to paint by then. I don't know what that'll be, but there we go. I do wonder. Oh, wait, hold on. I know I took a bit of time off over Christmas, or New Year, I should say. Last time I checked, the title was at the top of the page, like at the top of the video. What is on with that Twitch chat being there? Oh well, something else for me to figure out. It looks like the title is back where it should be, so that is a good thing. However, let me find. Those are 3D prints. I know where we are going to go and raid, so that's what we're going to do, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. That would be great. That would be great. I've gotten to the point where I need to get some food in me, actually. I'm talking gibberish. I'd say if you can come through on the raid, that would be great. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. There is the raid stuff. We're going to go and raid Studio J7, wish them a happy new year and all that jazz. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow. I'm back at 4 o'clock p.m. UK time tomorrow. And that's all I really got to say. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today, folks. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, the resubs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are now... Thank you very much also for the follow, for testing out the follow. That was a big deal because somehow I got that audio working. I don't know how. I'm very, very happy about that. And that's really, I think...
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Oh!
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Was that slightly off? I know there's no laughter at the end. I had to... Thank you very much for the follow. What's up, Wrath? How you doing? You did. I know. It's terrible. Don't worry. I'm back tomorrow. And I was only just working on these irritating chaos lads. So you've not... Well, obviously you've missed me. I know that. We all know that. But I'm back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll catch you then. Thank you so much for the follow. It's much better than it was. Before it was a complete disaster, that follow alert. Maybe one day it'll be really spot on, but we're pretty bloody close. We're pretty bloody close. Wrath, listen here. Don't you worry, my friend. I'm back tomorrow. I will try and remember to use Discord. I'm absolutely starving, which is why I'm starting to talk even more gibberish than normal. Starting to go a bit wonky with it. So we're going to go and raid Studio J7. He's an absolutely lovely chap, as we all know. And I'm back tomorrow, where we're not painting those guys, we're painting something else. And we're also dual streaming on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, you're a legend. Don't forget to subscribe. Is that the word we use on YouTube? Yes, subscribe on YouTube. You can actually also become a member on YouTube as well, which is similar to being a subscriber here on Twitch. Either way of helping is absolutely bloody magnificent, and thank you so much if you decide to do that. Let's go and raid Studio J7. Thank you. And I have the plague. Good night. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on, we've not gone anywhere yet. But look at this. Oh, it works. All right. I do apologize. Let's get this raid underway. Where is the words gone? I've lost chat. Chat is disparate. Let's go, baby.